Whether you're a wannabe lawyer or just an avid Netflix user, chances are that you've heard of the show Suits. That's because the legal cases and drama on the show have made it one of the most popular series on television, and as a result, it's gained a massive following over the years. However, despite its fame, there are still a lot of things that many people don't know about this spectacular show. So today, we're going to be giving you the inside scoop by counting down the top 10 things you didn't know about Suits. But before we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notifications button so that you never miss out on any of our latest content. Number 10, real life experiences. While most television series have at least a small dose of truth in them, Suits stands apart for being very closely related to some real life occurrences. That's because director Aaron Korsch has modeled a lot of these scenes and storyline off of his experiences as a Wall Street investment banker back in the day, which is why the original profession of many of the characters in the show is exactly that. And surprisingly, these connections also go far beyond this as well, as not only had he too, quote, worked for a guy named Harvey, but Korsch had also, quote, had a good memory and had a dalliance with marijuana. Thus, next time you watch the show, we suggest trying to connect Suits' fictional scenes to the show's real-life backstory. Number 9, the filming location. While Suits may be set in a law firm in New York City, it turns out that the filming is shot far away from the Big Apple. That's because apart from its pilot episode, the series has been filmed almost entirely in Toronto, with the set instead being made to look exactly like the real New York City. This is achieved by using Toronto's many impressive and historic buildings, with places such as the Fairmont Royal York, Ritz-Carlton, and the University of Toronto all having been featured in the show. And while it may seem at first glance that it would have made more sense to just film in New York, due to the city's insanely high costs, it wouldn't have made so much sense to the film's budget manager. So instead, the decision was made to work in Toronto due to the relatively low cost of filming. And in all honesty, we don't really think that the show has taken a hit because of it. Number 8, the cast is really close. Although the cast of some shows have gained notoriety in their own right for bickering off stage, such has never been the case with Suits. That's because according to former actress Meghan Markle, the cast spent a lot of time just hanging out while off set, as she has even been recorded as saying that they did activities such as, quote, playing apples to apples and drinking scotch into the wee hours of the night. To top this off, they apparently even went on trips rather frequently, with it being a tradition for the whole cast to go up to Patrick Adams' cottage on Georgian Bay every Canada Day in order to celebrate. Thus, we guess that this just goes to show that while the cast may have not always gotten along on screen, they certainly did while off of it. Number 7, the SHAM. If you have not yet watched the show, then beware, as we're about to give a bit of a spoiler. Now, for those of you who stuck with us, you may know that in the show, one of the ways in which Mike is exposed as being a fraudulent lawyer is when it was revealed that he has no knowledge of the Order of the Coif Key. That's because, according to the show, if he had truly graduated from Harvard, then he ought to have recognized it, as it is reportedly part of the school's graduation ceremony. However, the truth is that in real life, the entire Order of the Coif concept is a sham. That's because not only does it not exist, but it turns out that Louis actually pronounced the word coif incorrectly in the show. As such, we'd suggest taking any legal lingo or traditions seen on screen with a grain of salt. Number 6, celebrity fans. While we may think of celebrities as being a step above the rest, it turns out that they like to watch TV just like the rest of us. And interestingly enough, Olympians, are no exception to the rule, as famous swimmer Michael Phelps is admittedly a huge fan of the show. As a result, when given the opportunity, he agreed to guest star in an episode in 2014. Playing himself, Phelps was, according to Harvey Specter actor Gabriel Mock, quote, a complete natural, with reviews of the show afterwards seeming to agree. As such, we wouldn't be surprised if Phelps grabbed a few more TV gigs in the near future. Having Olympic caliber fans may be pretty cool. It turns out that the show has some fans that are arguably even more important. So stick around until the end to find out exactly who they are. Number 5. Worldwide fame. Although you may think that a show set in New York may not be fit for a foreign audience, think again. That's because if the cast of the show is to be believed, it is watched all around the world. For example, according to actor Patrick Adams, who played Mike in the show, he was, quote, backpacking through New Zealand a couple of years ago and stopped to help a Swedish guy who had twisted his ankle. He looked up at me and his eyes went wide, and all he could talk about was how badly he wanted Mike and Rachel to figure things out. Thus, we guess that just goes to show that Suits really has gone global. 4. International renditions. Typically speaking, only the most successful of shows are reproduced internationally, and due to Suits being a standout, it fits this bill. That's because just like other major shows such as American Idol, Big Brother, and Shark Tank, Suits decided to take the plunge and expand to 2 foreign markets in 2018. In particular, it has been brought to both Japan and South Korea, and as of today, it has aired for 11 episodes in its Japanese rendition and 16 in its South Korean rendition. And from here on out, we just hope that Suits continues to gain popularity in both these countries and beyond. Number 3, off the air. Whether you are a casual fan or diehard supporter, most were devastated when they learned that Suits would be taken off the air in July of 2019 after 9 amazing seasons. Now, interestingly enough, the show never gave an official statement as to why it was discontinued. However, many speculate that the main reason for Suits' exit from television was thanks to Meghan Markle and Patrick Adams leaving the show after season 7. This is because it was the massive drop in ratings that came as a result that likely forced these shows to end, and as such, it has been off the air to this day. Number 2, the spin-off series. Even after Suits was taken off the air, there was still hope that its fan base could be held onto, and as such, a spin-off series was aired soon after Suits was shut down. This spin-off series was called Pearson, and it followed the story of Suits' character Jessica as she moved from New York to Chicago, with the show documenting her many struggles as the right-hand woman to the mayor of Chicago. However, the series was not the smashing success that directors hoped it would be, as it attracted very few viewers and got relatively poor ratings. As a result, the show was cancelled in October of 2019 after just 1 season. Number 1, its awards. While those of you who watch Suits know that it is a great series, it turns out that the panels of judges for various awards have caught on to this as well. That's because the show has won a number of these over the years, with some being especially prestigious. For example, actress Gina Torres, who played Jessica in the show, won both the NHMC Award for the Most Outstanding Performance in a Television Series in 2013 and the Imogen Foundation Award for Best Supporting Actress on Television in 2018. Yet beyond individual awards, Suits has also fared well as a whole, as the series has been nominated for the TV Guide Award for Best Drama Series in 2014, the People's Choice Award for the Best Dramedy in 2015, and the People's Choice Award for Fantastic Cable TV Drama in 2016, among others. However, now that the series has been discontinued in the United States, we just hope that it will be able to reach similar heights abroad. That's all we have for you today, everyone, and thank you all for watching. Let us know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on Suits. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notifications button so that you don't miss out on the next VarietyTop video. Until next time.